this is crazy. And but I'm really proud of Tanner, man. I'm happy for PJ and Kelly. I mean, it's been a long journey for them, and his just this goes back to 8th grade. And when FC Dallas, kind of recruited him to come to Dallas and get in their system there, and he obviously signed with us and was coming here. He was going to be Trevor Lawrence on the soccer team, and he was going to be my first switch kicker. Whatever hash we were on, that was the foot he was going to kick with. He can kick it 60 yards, left-footed and right-footed. I mean, he's could play wide out. I mean, he's that type of athlete. He's a special athlete. Obviously, got a great mental makeup as well to be able to do what he's done. Had a great rookie year for FC Dallas, and then boom, he gets bought by Venice, and he's living in Venice at 19 years old. And so he's had to grow up quick, but he's chased his dream. He's chased his dream, and he's put the work in. And to see Venezia get promoted this year, they won it and got promoted up to Serie A, and now he's, we'll see where he ends up. I mean, there's 3 or 4 teams I think that are trying to buy him, and so we'll see where all that goes. But he's focused on the Olympics and representing the country, and I think it's been an unbelievable experience, and pretty cool too. We hadn't even qualified since maybe 04, 08. When's the last time we were even in the Olympics in soccer? It's been a long time. Sometime in the early 2000s, and now they're in the quarterfinals in the knockout round. I think they play tomorrow. Man, I'm just happy for him, proud of him for how he's led and all those guys. And then Dawson Zimmerman, my first punter, his brother is Walker Zimmerman, who's on the team. So we got a lot. He played at Furman, Walker. So, in fact, PJ sent me a picture the other day. It was pretty cool because they had Tanner in the stands, and there's Dawson's daddy in the background with Walker, and that was pretty cool. And we got a couple of Clemson connections on that soccer team. So we're pulling for them, and hopefully they can keep it rolling.
It's not your first fall camp. Is there something specific that you look for, or is kind of a, good beacon of what the season is ahead that you kind of look for or rely on here in these early days of a fall camp to tell you where you are and what this season could look like?
I think number one is health of the team. I mean, that's always a pretty good indicator on where you are, health of the team. We've had some years where it's been better than others. But I just think the overall, just the vibe. I mean, every team has its own personality. Every team has different challenges. But the chemistry, the leadership, kind of how I see that kind of tells me where they are. And then it's my job to meet them where they are and help them become the team that they are capable of becoming. And so, some teams are further along in that area than others. But that's kind of some of the things early on. And then obviously, how the focus from the summer, how they've handled themselves in the summer, the numbers in the weight room, all of our things that we track there. There's a lot of things, but and then just seeing how guys are just around when they don't have to be around. You kind of just shows the type of commitment that these guys have. So, all those things they all check the boxes. Now we got to get out on the field, and we got to go put the work in, get better, and see if we can find a way to win some games on the field, because that's ultimately all that's going to matter.
I think we were talking to Phil Monca at ACC Media Days, and he was saying Cade was really at the forefront of a lot of meetings, extra meetings, telling receivers where he wants them to be on routes and being very vocal. How have you seen him kind of grow as a leader and kind of the head of the team?
Yeah, I mean, he's on course. I mean, he's on course, taking the next step of what he needs to do developmentally, and taking ownership as a leader is just part of it. I mean, especially at that position. I mean, you're kind of put in a position as a leader right out of the gate. First of all, just because you're a quarterback, right? But being a quarterback doesn't make you a leader. Being a head coach doesn't make you a leader. A title doesn't make you a leader. And so you've got to. I think those are things that are developed, and he's just taken that next step. It's been his confidence. I mean, his work ethic has always been great, but he's really matured in that area. That's been a big area, whether it be meetings, whether it be just vocalizing things, or it's just him organizing things with the guys to get together to throw or whatever. I mean, he's done what you want to see him do for a guy that's going into his second year as a full-time starter.
Moffa said him and Klubnik kind of gotten closer over the offseason. I'm just curious from your perspective, how have you seen their relationship kind of evolve from last season entering this season?
Yeah, Moffa actually talked about they did a little. I think they did a little, a church type retreat thing. I think they went down to Sea Island together or something like that and did a little thing. And Moffa actually talked about that, how they really kind of grew closer together. But it's a close team. I mean, they've grinded together. They've put the work in. And there's been a couple of unique things throughout the summer that you just kind of go, okay, that's pretty cool. That has come from within the team. And that's what you really want to see. You want to see your team take some ownership of some things. And I've seen that. But I think Cade's got a great relationship with all these guys, and he's a highly respected guy on the team because of how he works. Not because he's the quarterback, but because of how he works, how he handles himself. And he's a gym rat.
So,
Dabo,
go ahead.
you talk about physically what you want to see in fall camp, but is there a certain mental approach you want to see every day here over the next couple weeks?
Yeah, just show up, finish the day, every day. Just every single day. Bring great energy, bring a great attitude. Let's have great enthusiasm, and man, let's show up and be present, engaged in the moment that we're in, and finish the meeting, finish the practice, finish the period, finish the run, whatever it is. Let's finish each and every day, and create that type of mindset.
So Boulware is in the directory now. Is he
Yeah,
Boulware?
man, I finally got my first Boulware question. I thought I'd get that right out of the gate. Yeah, Ben's going to come be an intern, be an unpaid intern for us. I mean, he reached out to me a few weeks ago. He's been kind of really praying on and thinking about trying to get into coaching, and just something that has been heavy on his heart. And I said, well, all right, the only way I'm even going to discuss it further with you is you're going to have to, we got a staff meeting next Monday. You got to come to that. And then we got 5 days of all-in meetings, and you got to come to that. And after that, if you still think you want to do it, then we can talk about an opportunity for you. And man, he's fired up, and this is what he really wants to do. And so, he'll have an opportunity to come in and work as a full-time intern, and we'll see how it goes. So super excited about how I love giving guys opportunity, when I can, with our former players especially. So Ben Boulware, it's fun to have him back. I told him he was a crappy fan. He's going to be a much better coach. So I'm excited about him coming and jumping in there. He's so fired up to be back on the grass, and it'd be a lot of fun to see him out there.
Walker Parks really had to kind of manage his injuries last year. Where is he physically coming into camp?
He's really good. So just keep him in your prayers, man. I'm praying for that guy. I really am. I pray for all these guys. I pray for this whole team, that we can have a good, healthy season, healthy camp. And Walker especially, man, this guy's there is nobody more committed to football, first of all, or to Clemson, or to this team than Walker Parks. I mean, he's just tremendous. He's one of the best leaders I've ever been around, and one of the most committed people I've ever been around. I mean, it's just amazing. And, we need him. We need that fire. We need his presence. We need his leadership. We need his knowledge. We need his experience. He's got a ton of experience, but his last couple of years have been really hard. They've been really hard on him and all that he's been through, but he's had a great summer. And so, man, I truly do just pray for him and pray that he can be able to fulfill. This is a tough game. you know, and there's only one way you got to go play. So, you know, I'm just praying that he can, you know, have the type of season that he's worked for, because he truly does deserve it.
What's it like to have all three of your sons back together in the building, and tell us about what the Overseer are kind of doing goals-wise?
Yes, first time ever that we've all been on the same team, and excited. Obviously, Drew was a GA last year for us, and so nothing's changed with him other than, you know, just we don't have GAs anymore. Like Brandon Thomas was a GA, and now he's not a GA. Nolan Turner was a GA, and now they're all player development, so they're all the same role, and working with the receivers. So excited about that. And then Will is just like Ben, coming in as an intern, unpaid, and be working with our tight ends and Coach Rich, and same thing. Just, you know, excited to be able to help those guys get started in their coaching career, and they're going to be awesome. They'll be great. And then Clay's redshirt sophomore, getting ready to roll. So unique opportunity, unique experience. Those guys, man, they live and breathe it. Clay just turned 21 on Monday, and I remember it like it was yesterday. He was born right here in July of '03, and he's 21 years old now, and just amazing. It's crazy. I was talking to Aries Curry a week or so ago. He was in my first receiver group, and he just couldn't believe it. You know, I had that first picture, you know, with my group of receivers, and Clay's a little bitty baby, and now he's 21. These guys love Clemson, man. They live it and breathe it, and it's cool to be able to, you know, see them get off to a good start in their career and help them build the right type of foundation that'll really serve them for a long time.
Coach Reed was talking